Trump's warm welcome for Merkel. President greets German Chancellor for face-to-face talks, after he accused her of ruining her country with migrant influx. President Donald Trump gave German Chancellor Angela Merkel a warm welcome at the White House today after accusing her of ruining Germany for allowing an influx of refugees from Syria during his presidential campaign. If Trump wanted a close working relationship with Merkel, he had a funny way of showing it last year. You watch what happens to Angela Merkel, who I always thought of as a very good leader until she did this. I don't know what went wrong with her, said then-candidate Trump at an August rally in Virginia. What went wrong? Angela, what happened? Trump may not ask the same question directly to Merkel as the leaders of the Western world's most influential counties meet face-to-face for the first time. A snowstorm forced them to postpone their plans for a meeting on Tuesday. The itinerary includes discussions on strengthening NATO, fighting the Islamic State group and resolving Ukraine's conflict, all matters that require close cooperation between the U.S. and Germany, the White House said ahead of the visit. The meeting will be capped with a joint news conference. Beyond the issues, the sit-down could be a restart of a relationship complicated by Trump's rhetoric on the campaign trail. Then, Trump seemed to care little about the potentially awkward ramifications were he to win. He invoked Merkel as a foil at his rallies, accusing his campaign rival, Hillary Clinton, of wanting to be America's Angela Merkel. He lashed out at Time magazine when it named Merkel Person of the Year in 2015 instead of him. Still, Trump found ways to voice his respect. When a television station in September asked him to name a world leader he admired, he cited Merkel. In his meetings with world leaders since the inauguration, Trump has adopted a more diplomatic public persona. He recently spent a weekend bonding with Japanese Prime Minister Shinzo Abe, golfing and dining with Abe at his Mar-a-Lago estate in Florida. He has cultivated a closer friendship with Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu, whom he has known for years. Military matters may be testy. Trump declared NATO obsolete before telling European leaders the alliance remains important. But he is expected to reiterate calls for NATO members to meet a minimum commitment for defense spending. Only the US and 4 other members currently reach the benchmark of spending 2% of GDP on defense. Germany lags significantly behind. This is not a meeting to go through the list, said Heather Conley, Senior Vice President for Europe at the Center for Strategic and International Studies. It's actually a really important meeting to set up the tone for the relationship in itself. Conley said for all the lingering issues, Trump and Merkel's encounter held the promise of creating a modus vivendi for these two leaders to really create a more stable framework for this critical relationship.